Hello guys, it's Best here. Thanks for watching another video of mine. I'm slowly getting better and better at the YouTube thing. Anyways, alright, so this video I just wanted to share with you guys how to make a lot of money from raiding. Some of you might be raiding a lot, others not so much. But I just want to share this video with you of how you can make a lot raiding. So what we're going to focus on, getting down to business, is the bind on equip pieces of gear. Many of you have seen these. You can find them in the auction house and they sell for a lot of gold. The prices depend, they vary from server to server, and as time goes on they're going to vary in price. But I just wanted to kind of give you currently what my prices are on my server. So for bind on equip pieces of gear from raids, the normal pieces, they sell from 10,000 gold to 20,000 gold. The heroic pieces are selling between 20,000 gold and 35,000 gold, and the mythic are selling for about 40,000 to about 60,000 gold. So that's just, this is awesome, because if you can get these pieces, that's just pure profit. Even if you were just to get the normal piece of gear that you sold it for 10,000 gold, it's just, there's not much faster way to get gold than that. So alright, so first let's talk about ways that we should not get them. If you look in the group finder under custom, and if you click on raids, Warlords of Draenor, you'll see a bunch of bind on equip trash farming groups. These are great if you're trying to equip the gear for yourself, because most of the time these are master looter and they're for your main spec, so you have to equip the piece of gear. Not too often will they have one where you can actually roll on it and then be able to sell it. You can find those, but in my experience they haven't been that helpful, because you have to get on a long waiting list, and sometimes the leader quits and it just doesn't work out very good. So I wouldn't recommend doing that if you're trying to sell them, but for gearing up yourself, yeah, I'd do that. Alright, so the next thing is, most raids nowadays are master looter based. Probably about 90% of the raids you're going to find are master looter, and if a bind on equip piece of gear drops, you are required to equip it if you roll the highest roll on it and win it. Other people are going to be ticked off if you don't, so that way you can't get them to sell either. So those are the two ways that I think sometimes people think that they might be able to get them, but you can't. The two ways that I would recommend is, the first one is not super effective, but it's a way, is join in a raid that has personal loot. You're going to have a harder time finding these nowadays. My guess is, like I said, maybe about 10% of the raids now are personal loot, so not a whole bunch of them, but you can find them. So, but that's one good way, and I'll explain why in a minute. The best way I've found is buying your Seals of Tempered Fate each week. So these Seals of Tempered Fate, you can get them from a few sources. So what I would recommend is making sure you have a level 3 bunker in your garrison. Once you have a level 3 bunker in your garrison, you'll be able to get a free Seal of Tempered Fate each week by going to the NPC in your bunker, and you just click on her and you just say, yes, I'd like my seal, and then you get it. I'll show you here. So right here, Warlords of Draenor, I just have 2 right now. You can have a maximum of 10. You can only hold 10 at a time, but you can only earn 3 per week. And then the other way is this guy right here. I already grabbed mine, so he doesn't have the quest available, but you would click on him and he would have 4 options. You can buy him for garrison resources, you can buy him for honor points, you can buy him for gold, or you can buy him for apex crystals. I'd recommend the apex crystals, because that way it saves you from having to spend your gold or garrison resources. If you have honor points, you could do that too. But each time, so if I, for example, like if I were to buy one with gold, it costs 500, and then the second one, if I wanted to buy with gold again would be 1,000, and then the next one I believe would be 2,000. So they just go up in price. So what I normally will try to do is just do a couple Apex daily missions, and I'll have 3,000 Apex crystals ready, and then I'll just spend those, and that way I don't lose any money. So that's how you get them. So and what you're going to be wanting to do with this, and so just to share an example with you. So I was running Heroic High Mall for a while, and I got a lot of the pieces of gear I needed, so I got to a point where I didn't really need to use my bonus rolls anymore. So what I started doing is I looked up, okay, which boss drops the bind on equip pieces of gear, and it was, for me, since I'm a paladin, it was the Butcher, and he drops the plate gloves. And so on 3 occasions I had the plate, using my seals, my bonus rolls, I got the gloves three different times. 2 times they were just the heroic pieces, and then once I got the heroic Warforged piece. I made, from those 3 pieces, I made about 80,000 gold. Like, again, it's just crazy, like, when you get these. And I was actually in another group. I have it in the auction house, but I was in another group the other day. We were just running through, and we had some leather boots drop, and I got really lucky. Nobody needed them in the group, and so we just did a free roll and rolled for it, and I got lucky and ended up winning them. So there was, 25,000 gold instantly. So it's pretty awesome. You just get gold like instantly. So if you're raiding anyways, I'd recommend doing this. And so what you would need to know for this information is you need to know which bosses for your class drop the bind on equip pieces of gear, and which also what you have to be concerned about is some of the bind on equip pieces you have to be in a certain loot specialization. So like some of them might be kind of more tank oriented or DPS or healing oriented, and so you would have to have that selected. You just right click on your portrait up here, and then you can just change your loot. So I have mine on holy right now. I can change it protection or retribution. So yeah, so make sure that you do some research on that. But what I've tried to do for you guys is I've created a bunch of slides. It took me a little bit of time, and I've just broken it up between each different class. And so I have all 11 classes there, and I have listed the High Maw bosses and also the Blackrock Foundry bosses and which loot they drop. So that way you guys can know. You can just pull up that page for your class. I'm going to have annotations here in the video, so you can just click on your class directly, and then you can just hop on there. I'd recommend pausing it, because I'm going to have it playing pretty quickly, like maybe 10 seconds or something each slide. But yeah, just check that out, and then that way you can know which bosses you want to use your seals on and which loot to have set, and then you have a chance at getting that. So, and okay, so just to be honest with you guys, so the seals of Tempered Fate, when you use them, you do have a higher chance of getting 33, 34 gold, and we can thank Blizzard for that. I don't know why they do that low of an amount. It always blows my mind. It's like, oh, epic boss fight, oh, 34 gold, thanks Blizzard. Anyways, but that's just me complaining. But so you do have a higher chance of getting gold, but don't let that discourage you. It might take you a couple weeks, but if you're running raids anyways, or if you're looking into getting into them, check this out, because it's gonna be helpful. So obviously I'd recommend using your seals if you're trying to gear up, but once you feel like you're in a comfortable spot, I'd start using them on the bosses instead of just letting them stack up and not be using your seals. So anyways, I'm going to be starting this slideshow up. Again, I just want to thank you guys for your guys' comments. I've been posting videos the last few days, and I'm still pretty new to this, and so it's been fun to get your guys' feedback and stuff. And anyways, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I have lots of more stuff coming. I get just super excited about this stuff, and it's fun. I have so many ideas that I want to share, and yeah, so I love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.